worst case scenario, if God forbid there is not this radical shift in consciousness and behavior that's needed for things to turn around, any idea like how much longer do you think we might be around on the planet before everything before the wheels fall off? Just fall apart?
Actually, there's various estimates about that. There's one researcher who I think, may be actually correct on this, Guy McPherson. He's from Arizona, and he's been studying this for like 30 years.
One moment. Press star 6, everyone, so that we can hear Will clearly. Thank you. Go ahead, Will.
I was just going to say, it's not very optimistic, according to a lot of the researchers who are really studying what we've been doing, especially the climate, because apparently, perhaps anyway, it looks like it very well could be true that we've let the genie out of the bottle in terms of the Arctic. There's in Siberia, the whole Siberian ice shelf and the continental shelf has huge reserves of methane that have been frozen for millions of years, and now we've raised the temperature enough that they're starting to thaw, and as they thaw, if you drive a boat up there, it's like driving in soda water, in the sense that there's just huge amounts of methane bubbling up through the water in the shallow waters off the continental shelf. And this methane is considered to be about 70 times more powerful as a greenhouse gas than carbon dioxide, and so it's according to him, there's 26 different feedback loops that have now been put into place as the Arctic warms, and then the ice melts, and that makes the water even warmer because it reduces what's called the albedo effect, which is the whiteness of the ice that reflects the sunlight. That's being lost as well, causing the methane to melt even faster. And this has all, unfortunately, been driven by animal agriculture, this destruction of the rainforests and all the methane from cattle and just the millions of animals that we're imprisoning. So what he says basically is that there is nothing that we know how to do that can save us at this point. That our human extinction is guaranteed within 20 to 30 years. But on the other hand, I'm not sure that he's totally correct about that, in the sense that we don't have any technology ourselves at this point, at least that anybody seems to be aware of, to stop all this methane from because this methane, once it warms up, and it's a vast area it's locked into the tundra and into the deep under the ocean. So how do we stop? And this methane, as it more and more comes up, it's just driving the ice to melt in the Arctic, which is disrupting the whole Gulf Stream and the jet stream. And so we're going to, all the models show that this will cause the rising of the oceans, and a 6-degree centigrade rise will basically be warm enough that plants will all die, and if the plants all die, then basically the animals will die too. So, even though we don't have the technology for this ourselves, I do think that if this is really the situation that we face, which of course it's not really talked about too much, as it's so bleak, but I still feel that nevertheless, first of all, there may be ways to turn it around anyway. For example, maybe there are technologies that we could use, or there may be also. The fact that there are crop circles everywhere shows that there are highly intelligent species around that could perhaps help us, but I don't think they're going to help us if we act the way we're acting, which is just completely insane carnivores just destroying everything. I don't know why they would want to save us, but I think basically we have to evolve to the point, and that's why I think promoting veganism is especially important right now, the point where we're actually worthy of being of living on this planet. See, right now I think basically why we're being forced off of the planet, which looks like what is happening, is that we've proven that we're not worthy to live here. We are not worthy. We're acting. We're just acting. We're just destroying everything as fast as we can. So we will not last much longer. And if we can somehow turn things around and raise consciousness enough that we have people really that are worthy of living here, that do respect and love the sacred beauty that's here and the animals and each other, then I think that's the seeds for the future that we maybe will be able to miraculously have. But otherwise, I think it's a very quick, probably quite a quick end coming soon, actually. Unfortunately, I hate to say that, but it looks like from a variety of reasons, things are at the point now where the unraveling is right around the corner. And so it's, again, there's a sense of urgency that I feel to live this as best we can, to spread the message that we can be actually a force for healing, and if we can be worthy to live here, then we will, and we'll be able to make it somehow. So that's sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but I think the situation we're in right now is pretty dire, actually.